Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We got VEVOR who sent us out their digital ultrasonic cleaner. This is their 10-liter unit, and it's going to have buttons here to allow you to mess with the temperature. And it's set in Celsius, so you can adjust your temperature here, and then you can see your actual temperature on the opposing window. And then same thing on this side, you have the ability to adjust the time of how long you want this to run for its cleaning method. You want to keep this unit always full of water when you turn it on because you do not want to ruin the cleaning mechanism inside. Now they do send you out this extra drain plug. I actually really appreciate this. I have another unit that does not come with this. This allows you to, on this side as you see, thread it in to the drain valve and then open it and drain out all the fluids into, say, a bucket or something that's on the floor, so you don't have to physically take this unit, because it's heavy, it's all stainless, and take it and dump it out, and then come back and refill it. So you can just keep this stationary and not have to worry about making those changes. Now, here it is on the inside. I already went ahead and threw in a couple of older, kind of rusty or dirty tools, and it does have a removable tray that's down inside there, and again, it is 10 liters for capacity. It does have little carrying handles on the side for picking up and moving. It does have a dedicated fan underneath cooling off the unit. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning these. I may throw in a little bit of solution as well to help kind of with the cleaning process, and we'll see how this all turns out. So hang tight. All right, guys, we got it running. Set at 35 degrees Celsius, and it was at 30 minutes. And then we went ahead and threw in a little bit of purple power. Help kind of clean and degrease as it goes to work. But you guys can see for yourself. Trying to muck up the water, get some bubbles out of it right now. You hear it going. Alright guys, welcome back. We have finished running our two 30-minute cycles on this VEVOR digital ultrasonic cleaner that they have here. And yeah, so two 30-minute cycles. This is how everything came out. We did use some purple power concentrate in there to mix in to help kind of clean up a little bit. And this is the overall look. It does need some more touch up. I did just gently wipe most things off. But I'd say, I mean, as far as some of these were already mostly clean, but I was hoping to see a little bit more action on the rust to be removed. But that really didn't happen. And I mean, ultrasonic cleaners, and I'm finding this more so out myself, aren't really geared more towards that rust removal unless you start putting some more harsh chemicals inside there. And if you put more chemicals inside there, one, these things aren't really rated for those harsh chemicals, but you can do it, guys. Do it. I've done it, and it will start to clean those up even more. But I think there's a better method, and yeah, is it good? Yeah, I'd say this is more geared, guys, towards if you have parts that are just dirty. If they're dirty, caked on with stuff, maybe you have carburetors, items that need to be cleaned out kind of at an ultrasonic level and inside-wise, then I think this does a good job. And this is a bigger unit too. All right, this one's going to be the 10-liter, and here I'll show you guys how it looks inside now. I haven't changed the water yet. All right, here's the lid. I do like that they keep this little plastic covering on the stainless. All right, there is the inside in all her glory. Nice and dirty. Did her job taking some dirt and grime and grease off of items, but all in all, it's a good unit. It does heat up. Right? You have the ability to play with the heat, and that heat is going to be critical, I think, to making sure that you get a cleaning action on those items inside. It is nice too. It also has a kill switch on the back side, a little light up red kill switch, and then it does have a fan that runs inside too to help keep it from overheating inside there. So they do have some components that I like over my previous version. And I'll show you. I have a Harbor Freight one. All right, so it's a little bit tucked away here, but this is the Central Machinery, the Harbor Freight version of that same cleaner, and it does also do heat, and it also does a timed cleaning session. And I did a video on this one earlier, I believe. Feel free to go back and look for it, but same idea. Fill it full of water inside there, and or whatever chemicals you want to use, and then run it. And typically 30 minutes is good for most cases, but if you really want to get a deep clean, you go a little bit longer than that. So cleaning stuff, not a bad idea. Does pretty good. Rust removal, I'd say this is not the route to go. If you want to do rust removal, I would go with an electrolytic rust remover. One that has a dedicated setup like this. It's going to have a power box, and then it's going to have an anode that goes inside there, an electrode that allows you to put your tools, whatever it is inside here, you immerse it full water, you put baking soda in there, and it actually nice and slowly peels off that rust and does a really good job for any sort of rust removal. So I would recommend that in that case. And pricing wise, I think this one at Harbor Freight is gonna be around 130 to 150-ish range, I think is what this, maybe even more now. Prices keep going up. These ones aren't bad. This is like 70 bucks. I think it's like 70 bucks for this one. Not bad at all. I think this one's gonna be closer to $200, but maybe even just a little bit less. Might be closer to 150, 175. So pricing is actually very good through VEVOR, and they make a bunch of different sizes, not just 10. They do, I believe, 7, 5, 3, maybe even 2 liters, and then they even go higher, 15 liters. So depending on your size and needs, they actually run a big gambit of available options to run. And then I really like this bleed off valve over here. And hang tight, I'm gonna do a video. We're actually gonna bleed off all that water inside there, so I don't have to take this whole unit, right? You're talking about 10 liters and try to dump it out. I'm just gonna take it, plug in, thread that in, and then drain it into a bucket and be done with it. So we'll do that next. All right, guys, you can see here there is the half-inch ball valve, and there is the fitting that goes on the end. You put your hose on the end as well, and then you run it down, in my case, into this bucket. And then once that's all done, obviously you can open it up, take a watch. We'll take a look-see as we turn on the valve, and then let it all drain out. And I mean, in no time, it's flowing. And I only had to tighten this by hand too, guys. It does come with like a Teflon tape. There's no need to put that crazy amount of tape on there. Just thread it in by hand, and it's going to allow it all to go down inside there. And you can see there's actually quite an accumulation of dirt down there that I didn't actually see before. So, I mean, it is caking in there. I kind of want to mix that up though first, before it all goes out, to get it loosened up. All right, we'll take this little rusty screwdriver, and we'll kind of mix it up a little bit so it's not caked on or stagnant. All right, let's try that again. There you go. There's a lot more dirty water coming out now. And we'll jostle this too. Help it all kind of go, feed itself down. Excellent. There you go. Now I'm gonna go run some water through this. Remember, this stuff's actually be pretty sticky in here, especially if you have greases and it's interacting with this degreaser. It's gonna get sticky in here and dry and not be what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and flush it out all the way so it's clean and clear, and we're done. So guys, yeah, what do you think about this? Have you guys had luck with your ultrasonic cleaners? And is this something you guys would be interested in? I think they're nice. They definitely get better with the years. They've come a long ways from what 20, 30 years ago. This one I like, and it has multiple, I think according to it has multiple ultrasonic cleaner motors inside of it, so it actually agitates even more. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.